What is going on, everybody? Back on it, Mob Psycho Season 3, Episode 8. We have 5 episodes left. Like I said, and I'm assuming this is kind of, I really don't know what's going on. Not like I don't know what's going on, but there doesn't seem to be, I guess, like a, just like a, we're not fighting this or doing that. It just seems like every character's kind of gonna get their moment here, even if you're kind of really like side B C D characters are getting screen time that like have rarely ever gotten screen time or even speaking time. So it's kind of cool to see. I'm enjoying it. I'm just kind of curious what it all funnels into with the last episodes coming up. And I'm assuming the overarching theme that we've kind of seen from the beginning is these kids essentially trying to figure out what they want to do. Some people know what they want to do with their life. Others have no idea. They've got like testing coming out to get them into high schools, and it's just a bunch of that. Seems to be the overarching stress of it all. Essentially, just kind of like finding your purpose. Dimple kind of had his for a little bit there, and Reagan's finding his, and some of the kids know, some of them don't. That seems to be what we're going for. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh-oh. It just happens to be the 7th year. It is rather convenient. What's going on in the front seat? Mob's got motion sickness and shit? About to say, they're over here on unpaved roads and shit. Oh, wow. What, watch them take until like 10 o'clock at night to find somewhere to turn around? Alright, this is going awful, by the way. We're off to an awful start. Terrible. You didn't have any plans for New Year's anyway. Mob, hold it together, bro. Oh, let's skip it so we don't get copyrighted, and I'm back in. Alright. Encountering the unknown. So they're supposedly going to be seeing UFO sighting that happen every 7 years. It just happened to be at this is it? 7 years? How convenient. What? So we're just gonna dump the car, and he's gonna come back for it. Surely that's gonna go perfect. This looks like a great group, by the way. Well, can he sense what the others might be thinking? Did they really get lost? Oh god. This is oh! That works. Alright, they found each other. Mob, can't you fly up with your abilities and see where the car is? And like hover above us and point it, like signal us in a direction? Is that possible? Like it should easily be a thing. Easily. This whole thing is a mess. This whole thing like is not planned. Awful. Have some faith, girl. We've already committed this much. You might as well. Okay. We're not blaming it on you, but we're doing this for you. We did. Will you telepathically speak to her one time so we can like get some progression here? What are we doing, guys? Like, why are we dragging this like this? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh my god, this is awful. Why don't you levitate her, man? Give her some juice. Why are we just refraining from like showing her like we have abilities and shit? Like, has he still not like read her mind or said anything to her to show her that like, hey, I do got the juice? Okay, now they're playing the happy music. Everyone seems to be doing better. Enjoying nature. I didn't sign up for all that though. UFO appears around 5 p.m. I mean, surely it's gonna show up now. We didn't do all this for nothing, right? Anybody got the book? Yeah, not like she doesn't have that shit memorized. She probably could rip it off right now off memory. The hell is he doing? So he got some summoning juice we don't know about? Oh. He like is doing it or attempting it. Domain expansion. Oh, he was like in the lab. That's why he was so late. Man was in the lab putting time in. They're playing that like Naruto tune, that knockoff Naruto music in the back. I mean, I hope a UFO shows up. Surely. Maybe Mob goes off like in the trees and shoots some light into the air or something. True, did you enjoy the journey? Yeah, you guys go off to high school, you might never see or speak to each other again. This might be... Oh. Reagan, we need you. We need your juice, man. Tell him what you are. Yeah, he is. We gotta sacrifice somebody or what? What's holding up here? Oh. He just wanted something to do. Just trying to form some memories. The way we're expending so much time on these kids makes me think like we were part of a group that followed them along the whole way. Like this is like Ninja Squad 7 or some shit. So they said. Well, so much for getting back before it gets too dark. Oh, he's gonna go. Mob's like, I'll give the juice. Y'all be ready. If anything, Mob could just make it a good experience. Put out some firework lights. He could probably lift everybody up to fly in the air and a bunch of crew. Like, that would at least be memorable. I don't know if aliens are actually going to touch down, but... Or if we can even confirm a UFO. But at least they'll always have that... Like, remember that time in middle school? That we were out there on top of that mountain and you were psychic and tried to... Yeah, remember? So it's just well-known knowledge now that, like, Mob has abilities. Like, does everybody know? Like, it's just established? I mean, at least a handful do. The problem is, like, this passion of hers as she gets older is gonna wane. She's not gonna be able to be this girl running around chasing UFOs and shit. She's not gonna be able to be this girl that just chases around UFOs like she's a teenage girl again and stuff, you know? Are they actually here? What are we looking at? Turn around quickly. Like a bug catching net. Is this real? I mean, aliens can definitely exist because we've just of what Mob is able to do power-wise. Surely there's other beings out there. Is this real? Take a picture. What? Telepath, you do it. He could talk to them, right? Just do it. Now what? Does she get some like abilities or like what's up? And that's it. Wait, is she saying join? Bro, we never know if we'll come back. I like how Mob's so like decisive this season. Reagan, you might as well. What else you gotta do? You gonna sit there on top of the mountain? What if they never come back? They don't come back for days. Might as well. We don't even know if this is like an alien predator type thing. They might put like baby larvae inside of you that'll pop out of your chest and infect the entire Earth. We know that's not how the story goes, but... Do we have any way of actually communicating? So I didn't think they were going to go this deep with it. I thought like, oh, they'd see a UFO like shooting across the sky and like that was like they're like out here really interacting with aliens and shit. And that's the design they go for with aliens is interesting. Speak. No questions. So they're just communicating through gestures, I'm assuming, because there's been no speech. How strong are they? Because this opens up a whole new, like, you could go an entire season of like introducing us to these aliens and like, okay, what other life forms are there out there? What powers and abilities do they possess? Are they all nice? Are they all good? Is Earth in danger? Like what? Happy New Year. Do we think he quits? I'm curious if he quits his business. He seems to be taking a shift in character this season too. Well, party's over, guys. We gotta head home. What is this? Alien rock? Does it like, is it a Xeno button? Oh, he is speaking with them telepathically. Okay, he is. Yeah, you gotta give them something. Give them the book. He's like, here's this watch. It's not a Rolly, so you could have it. Oh! You just giving up the PS2? I was about to say, how have you not shown them any of your powers this whole time? They might do the same. They might have the same abilities. Y'all didn't get any pictures of this? Gotta get a picture. What a moment for her, though. Like, is this the biggest moment that, like, has been spent on any character in all three seasons, outside of course, Mob? I mean, this was a massive, like, thing they did for her. And there's so many, like, it spanned across multiple episodes and all her emotions and everything, and... Tell me we got a picture. Surely we got a picture, right? Like, that was crazy. Like, she got, like, everything she wanted. Yeah, it's like the defining moment of her life right there. She got the answers to all the questions that she's been looking for, and telepaths and psychics and aliens. I mean, he comes back, right? I think that kid comes back. He come. What? I'm sorry, what? What? This kid did not just get abducted, not like forcefully, but like, did he not just talk about like, are we just gonna say this kid is lost in the cosmos forever? I was about to say, does he like, what? Like, what do you tell his parents? What is this storyline right now? Oh no, don't tell me he shows them how to use weapon. And this music is creep. Bro, what? Is that Queen Alien? What? And like he was a side character, like a side character up until like 3 episodes ago. That his little teleport, his game's gonna die. Oh, he's leaving? Jesus, I hope no time has passed. He's half it. Oh, that's how you communicate. Let's look them dead in the eyes. So does he still have the characteristics of the... What? Oh, this is... I... What just happened? Hold on. I want to go back to the shot of him like coming up out of the ship and having the characteristics of the aliens and stuff. Did we already skip it? Hope no, it's right here. Like, I am so confused by that ending. First of all, when they actually touched down with like real actual aliens, I was a little confused by that as well, because like you're unlocking, like you're twisting the Rubik's Cube. But the problem is, like, we only have 4 more episodes to still play with that Rubik's Cube, and then that's it. Like, it's never coming back. It's not like, oh, you know, this will get explained in season 4. We know season 5's coming, etc., etc. Can't even speak. So you introduce us into an entire new alien race. We experience time with them and everything. So that already is like pretty like, wow, like this is probably never going to get expanded upon because we don't have the episodes to deal with it. Now if that wouldn't be the storyline at the beginning of the season, then maybe. But then I don't know if the kid was taking a piss or like he fell asleep. How he doesn't file off that spaceship at the same time everybody else is makes no sense to me, number one. It's not like he's like cleaning up in the middle of the telepathy club, and he's like staying behind at school, or you know, he's at a friend's house and he's scrambling to clean up, like, or he's at a restaurant. Like, bro, they're taking off into space. Like, you cannot get left behind. I don't know how, that's just a huge malfunction on his part. And like, he doesn't come back. We have no idea how much time has passed now, and it's such a storyline that we don't even have time to expand on, of like, okay, so what, and are we now going to follow him for like the next 4 episodes and explain to us like how much time has passed? Has no time passed at all? What has physically happened to him? I mean, clearly here he looks physically different, almost mimicking half human, half alien. And that's just, there's so many questions with that last 2 minutes. Is the fact that they did that is actually insane. And then he gets dropped back off at Earth. So like, do we just pick up next episode and don't reference this like at all? We just like go back to Mob and the kids getting their school shit together. Like, what? I didn't hate like what they showed me on screen, but it just makes no sense to put it there, because how do we there's so many questions about that. It's actually insane, actually. Besides that, I thought it was a pretty decent episode. I thought the girl there, like, that's kind of got to be a pretty great moment for her. That's got to be like the second biggest character, like, I guess, win for anybody in the story, aside from like Mob kind of getting his confidence and, you know, figuring out what he wants to do and speaking up to people and making decisions. But this is like, what was this dream of her was introduced in like what, episode 1, 2, whatever those first couple episodes were, when Mob decides to like join the club, but then like pivots and joins the Body Improvement Club and stuff. She's wanted to connect with psychics and, you know, see if there's anybody out there that has the psychic abilities and aliens and what's out there, yada yada yada. And then they're kind of just like dumped off to the side, and then you introduce them at the very end of the series, the entire show, and everything that she's wanted this whole time is like, it came full circle. So that's pretty great, pretty crazy to see. But yeah, that ending is pretty insane. Actually insane. I don't even know what to say about it. I want them to like dive into it and answer some questions about it, but then I also don't know, like, is it even like worth it, because of, you know, the episode's gonna, or the season, or not the season, the show's going to be ending the series. Yeah, interesting, just an interesting placement of all that, because I thought it was interesting enough that they introduced us to the aliens, and then they were going to drop us off and leave, and then like this group would have this memory essentially for the rest of their lives. Like, nobody would believe it, but at least, you know, they did it. But then to have the kid go, wow. But we'll leave it there. Very interested to see what they do with these last 4 episodes. We'll leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,